hope everybody slept well. And we are doing a morning check-in reading. I've already shuffled the cards, so when I do these types of readings, I don't look at the camera very often for obvious reasons. And this is going to be with our card deck, which looks like a playing card deck. It is not. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else that's a Libra that does resonate with the reading. With that said, hello. Sorry for the itching. My name is Victoria Violet. This is Gypsy Roots Tarot Travel. I hope you're doing well. I'm getting out of work, so I'm in my little ponytail. I didn't feel like taking it down because my hair will look even more messy. And yeah, so let's begin. Guys, please keep the comments to a positive. If you don't have anything positive to say, please don't remark at all. Do not write anything at all. YouTube does watch everything that you write, and also there are guidelines. Just like there's guidelines I have to adhere to, there are guidelines that this channel is asking you to adhere to so that everybody has a pleasant time. If you don't believe in tarot and you don't like tarot, please scroll away. That's the easiest way for you to get what you want and for us to be at peace here on this channel. Okay, let us begin. The first card you get is the Four of Coins. Okay, Four of Coins. Not a bad card to start with. I mean, that is security, right? But I just took a peek by accident because they stuck together, and you got the Eight of Swords. Oof. So the Four of Coins, while it's telling us that someone is dealing with their security, but the Eight of Swords is telling us somebody is feeling extraordinarily tested concerning their security, their finances. Could be a home, could be a career, could be a job, could be a relationship. But if the relationship has anything to do with it thus far, because we're only 2 cards in, then it has to do with the finances within that relationship. Okay, let's take a look. The Queen of Swords. Could be a Libra that's expressing this. Could be a Libra that is going through, because that's the Queen of Swords. It could be a Libra that is expressing having money issues. And so let's continue. We do have our new beginnings with the Ace of Wands, though. We have a beautiful Ace of Wands saying whatever you're going through is temporarily. Oh my goodness. Whatever you're going through, Libra, it is temporary. It is not long lasting. It is not here to stay. Keep your chin up. It is not long lasting. The Ace of Wands is ushering in something brand new, along with the Three of Wands. That is telling you that you're not going to stay in that status for long. The other thing that I often tell you guys, I have my hands on the wheel, by the way. The other thing I often tell you guys is the more that you fret, the more that you worry, the more that you're overly concerned about your situation. Sorry, I was about to yawn. The harder it's going to get. It's like, I don't know. For me, I always like to refer back to my childhood. In my childhood, you know, we would buy things, or should I say my parents would buy things for me, or they'd give me money and I'd buy things from the corner store, and the corner store always had the best stuff. For one, it had cookies, you know, sweets. But the other thing it had was like, you know, penny toys or 5-cent toys or 25-cent toys, okay? And one of those toys, believe it or not, was, they're called Chinese handcuffs, because you stick your index fingers in, and if you struggle, it doesn't let you release. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to your finances, that you may be upset, fretting fretting, F-R-E, fretting, okay? I know sometimes I have an accent now that I live over here in New Hampshire. I don't even understand myself half the time. But seriously. So again, do not fret, because things are going to turn back around and everything's going to be fine. If I do yawn, which I'm doing right now, is because I am tired from working. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem like it's going to be long lasting, your money issues. So try to keep your chin up and try to take it in stride. This too shall pass. And if you don't take it hard and understand that it's only going to be a little bit longer that you're going through this, it's going to pass rather quickly. Sorry, it rained, so it kicks up the pollens that are in the area. So again, I don't feel like it's going to be long lasting, and try not to struggle. The more that you struggle by the worry and the weight you put on yourself and your shoulders, the worse it's going to get, because you're just going to make yourself feel very anxious and overwhelmed for nothing. Okay, let's continue. Oh, Spirit, not 3 at once. Now we're talking about the 2 of Cups. Now we are concerned with the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. Oh, Lord, did you have to stop in the middle of the road, you dumb F? Now, these things are dangerous because there's an oversized load, and instead of pulling completely off the road, he's half on, half off, and you can't see him until literally you're upon the oversized thing. Anyway, nonetheless, the 2 of Cups obviously has to do with a relationship. Well, okay, I'm not going to say obviously till we see the next cards. The 2 of Cups could very well be speaking about a romantic relationship. If it is speaking about a romantic relationship, that is the most beautiful of its kind. The only other card that could denote something more beautiful than that would be the 6 of Cups, which is, some people call it, the childhood friend or etc. Someone coming back from your past is what we most know it as. And it does bring along with it a lot of nostalgia. But in this instance, we are talking about the 2 of Cups, so I'll leave that as is, and I won't elaborate too much on the other. The 2 of Cups is bringing about the King of Coins. I don't know why the King of Coins is coming. Every time I pass by, I just admire that house. But the King of Coins, I don't know, because there's a 2 of Coins right here. So are they coming or are they not coming? The only thing there's things that I can't stand, okay, that are my pet peeves. And some of those pet peeves of mine are people that can't pronounce my name, because I have the most simplest name ever in the world. And so literally I can't stand it when people murder my name for no apparent reason. The other thing is people that are chicken shit. And I guess because, I'm sorry to say it like that for those that take offense to it. Oh well. Heck, they said, like they say, build a bridge and get over it. I have to say that I've been through a shit ton in my life. And I'm a girl. At least that's what my body parts say. And my birth certificate. And if I can do shit that's scary, I mean, let me give you for example, because I don't like to shit all over people without giving them proper examples of why I think that they're wimps, or why they're hairy scaries, that, little scary cats that, you say boo and they'll jump. I once had to hang off of a cable. Have you ever looked at the cables that are on the telephone poles, as we call them? The electric poles that have the cables. And have you ever seen how big that cable is? That's about the width of the cable, okay? And in the military, part of your basic training, and I always like to talk about the military because it did teach me a lot of good things, including having structure. Well, if you knew me on the personal, you would know that I'm scared shitless when it comes to heights. I'm scared shitless. I mean, you want to, see somebody become extremely anxious and have an anxiety attack, just put me on a fucking cliff and dare to push me. So, of course, you're not going to tell the drill sergeants, hell no, I'm not going out there. So, I laid my freaking body on the cable and I pulled myself, I guess, I don't know, it's about 350 feet to 500 feet across, and you've got to go from one side to the other on your freaking, not even your belly, you're strapped the dang cable to the inner part of your leg on your thigh and your groin, literally, and the rest is pretty much between your armpit or your boobs, decide which, and you've got to hold on with your left leg, your left foot, and you've got to pull yourself with both arms. Both hands are used to pull yourself from one side to the other. Okay? Now, for somebody that is very athletic and adventurous, I'm sure that was a piece of just a catwalk. Nada. Nothing. Okay? But to someone like me who is deadly scared of heights, it's a phobia I have. Mother plucker. To do that shit and not be able to say, hell no, I'm not doing it. And to actually get all the way across, and mind you, we didn't have a fucking net. I did say that. We didn't have a fucking net. Okay? You're like, what was it? I don't know, about 300 feet off the ground or more. Okay? So, if I can do all that shit, and that's only one thing I can tell you about that I've had to do that's scary to me. You can't grow balls and do the shit you need to do because you're too afraid. And I don't know if I can respect you. So the Two of Coins, I say all that because here we have the King of Coins talking about he wants, I'm saying he because it's a king, that's the energy. He wants to have this beautiful Two of Cups with you, Libra Collective, but doesn't have the balls to do it. Oh, motherfucker. That chaps my hide. Stop being scared of the world. The world is not going to bite you. You know, gosh, I keep saying, and I'm trying not to be callous to people because honestly, I understand. If it's the first time you're getting a divorce, if it's the first time you have a hard breakup with a person in this world that isn't your parent, then you're going to hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. I don't care if you want the divorce. When I divorced the father of my children, it fucking hurt, even though I wanted it and I knew it was the best thing for me. It hurt. Sometimes in life, you've got to have courage. It's called maturity. It's called having wisdom. And unfortunately for humans, just because you turn 50 or 60 or 90, age does not denote wisdom. It doesn't go hand in hand always. So that's up to you to grow your wisdom and maturity so that it matches your age group. Because I can tell you, even right now, I work with a man that's older than I, and he acts like a buffoon. He acts like an imbecile. So I can tell you that age does not automatically appropriate wisdom. So sometimes you've got to do it. You've got to do the work.
Past this light.
So
then at the next one.
Whoever this King of Coins is that's chopping my hide so early in the morning. Haven't even had coffee yet, and you're already effing my world up. Cross watcher, probably. It's too ridiculous for me, because anything worth having is worth working for. Anything worth having is worth the effort. So if you're telling me that you want the Libra Collective to be your wife or husband, significant other, to be with you till the end of your days here on earth, but you're too chicken shit to go through with it, what the hell do you want from me as your tarot reader? How the hell am I supposed to convince you not to be afraid? How am I supposed to convince you that it's the right thing to do, and that if you love the Libra Collective with all your heart, as you seem to, then you have to show up. You have to actually walk the talk and not just talk the talk, because I'm telling you, Libra heard enough bullshit from you, cross watcher, and actually they're good and tired of you. So what's the use of you telling the Libra Collective that you want a relationship with them, and that indeed you are in love with them, but you're too scared? You know, if I could tell you anything, let's say you were talking to me as a Libra Collective, which I happen to be a Libra too, then I would say to you, you know what? I understand that you're afraid. I understand it's a big step. Why don't you let me lend you my courage, and I will be your backbone. I will be fortitude, so that you can have the courage for us to move forward. I told you guys I'm tired. Move forward in this relationship once and for all. You know, let me be standing side by side with you. I will hold your hand. I will be there. I am here in the same relationship as you are. Together we can do this. We can move forward. You don't have to be afraid. But don't be a chicken shit and not want to move forward. That just makes me feel like, how, if it was me as the Libra Collective, and a man told me that they want to be with me, but they can't because they're scared, I wouldn't know how to have respect for that man. Because if you're not willing to fight for me as the Libra Collective, gosh darn, I don't know what the hell to tell you, man. Did you forget your gonads in the other pants you wore yesterday? In the underwear you threw in the dirty clothes? What happened? Did I suddenly grow the pair that you need? Okay, dude, I'm not kidding. I'll lend you my pair. They didn't drop because I'm a female. But hey, if you need mine, I got a spare. You can have them. You want them for the day? Do you want them for the week? You need them for a month? Let me know. And I'm not trying to be ugly, but let's face it, Libra. How long have I been doing these readings for you guys? And how long have I been showing that this Libra cross watcher can't seem to move forward? Instead, what they do is they circle the block and then they take off. They burn out. I'm leaving. Can't do it. That's why I always tell y'all that. Let me see if I can grab them. Let me put this down temporarily. That's why I always tell y'all that Jane Austen story, that I'm pretty sure you're tired of hearing the Jane Austen story. But I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back that can't hear, that have their hearing aids turned off. So in Jane Austen, right, in one of her stories, Pride and Prejudice, which we've gone through all of the freaking scenes pretty much with these Libra cross watchers that can't seem to grow. So we've already been through the Mr. Darcy period and episode where Mr. Darcy is rude, obnoxious, and conceited, and can't see through his arrogance, can't seem to see well enough to see Elizabeth for her worth, which is the Libra Collective, right? And the Darcy is the Libra Collective cross watcher. So here we are We're still talking about Darcy, but now Darcy is acting with fear. Acting with fear. And instead of coming forward to tell Elizabeth how he really feels so that together they can figure things out on how to move forward on this situation, instead, he's still talking about the fear all by himself in his head.
Keep left toward Derry.
So if this continues that way, which I don't know because I don't know what the next card is, we'll get to that in a second, but my fear, this is going to sound redundant, my fear is their fear. And the reason is because if he remains or she remains, whoever it is your cross watcher is, male or female, if they remain in the fear, they may not step forward yet again. Here we have the Knight of Coins. So what does that tell me? Well, that tells me this. That tells me that if they do decide to move forward with you, Libra Collective, it is going to be a slow burn. You know, one time, literally, I didn't know I was saying something ugly to people, okay? Because the best thing my grandmother ever gave me to eat was the butt. Do you know what that is? The bread, the butt of the loaf. And she gave me molasses. I loved it, right? So one day, you know, I was at work. I was very young. And I said, you're so sweet. You're just like sugar. And the other man said, and what about me, right? And they were subordinates under me in the military. And I said, yeah, and you're like molasses. You're sweet as well. Ooh, I should have never said that. Because I didn't realize that when you tell somebody that they're like molasses, that means they're slow as fuck. Can I say that? Yeah, slow as fuck. And so after that, he didn't want to work for me because he thought I was saying that he was slow as fuck. Well, in essence, he was, but I didn't even know I was saying that to him.
Keep left.
But that's what this is reminding me of. So when you hear me saying they're slow as molasses, that's what I mean. They're slow as fuck. By the time that fucking darn Knight of Coins comes, which is assured, that's the only positive thing, Libra, is that it is coming. But by the time it gets here, you might be 90 years old, or you might have one foot in the grave already. So, oh my gosh, if I could talk to the Libra cross watcher, I would say, can you hurry the fuck up? Because you're fucking up my game, man. You're too slow, like molasses. Shit, I want to enjoy you in this lifetime, not in the next, motherfucker. Okay, Libra, here you are. And that's who he's coming towards. He's coming towards the Libra. He wants his Libra. I'm not going to say he doesn't want his Libra, because I would be lying. But somehow, I wish I had like a hot poker that you stick into the fireplace that you can maybe stick his ass with to get him to move faster or get her to move faster, because they're too damn slow. They're just too damn slow. It's ridiculously slow, like molasses. So, I don't know whether you're going to have, really, I put my blinker on for a reason. So, I don't know if you're going to have the patience, because I think you've already had a lot of patience. How long has it been? How long has it been? For some of you, it hasn't been too long, which is great. Maybe it's been weeks. Maybe it's been a couple of months. But if it's been years, oh my ever-loving God. There's one thing I can't stand from other tarot readers that I watch. I enjoy watching sometimes. Oh, you just have to have a little bit of patience. You just, what the hell do you mean? A little.
In 2 miles, take exit 5 onto New
A little
Hampshire
bit
Route
of
28
patience.
toward North
I've been
Londonderry.
patient for over 3 years. What the hell are you talking about, Liz? Okay. So it is assured, though. A new beginning is assured for you with the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a stepping forward in the right direction. Okay? Your ships come in. You're ready to go. But here we have the Nine of Wands. It's not going to be as easy as you would like. If this person does come into your life and they do come to stay, it's going to take a minute. It's like, you know, watching a cake bake. And here we have the Ten of Wands. So again, are you ready to embark on a new pathway, on a new journey with this person? And are you also willing to go through it with them? Because it's not going to be easy. From what I can see, even if they do pick you finally, it's like, OMG. It's like waiting for a baby to be born. Have you ever, man, my first child, it was like 18 hours worth of labor. Okay, so that's almost a whole day. It's going to take you a minute to get settled with this person, to get perhaps the life that you envision between you both. So are you in it for the long haul, or are you just, you know, in it to win it at any cost? It's not going to be easy, and it's definitely not going to go fast. I can tell you that right now. So now I can see why they are asking for patience. Here you have the Knight of Swords. So this is happening. This is moving forward. We see security on your side. That's a Four of Coins. So money, it really doesn't matter, because the money will be there when you need it.
Keep right onto New Hampshire Route 28 North toward North Londonderry. Then take the first right on Rockingham Road.
He's probably going to keep talking to me because I'm not getting off there. Five of Swords, okay? Five of Swords. That's a lot of strife. That is a lot of backbiting and stuff. But at the same time,
exit onto Nashua Road.
At the same time, it's going to be worth it. I can't tell you everything's going to be, you know, without a hitch. Everything's going to go without a hitch, and everything's going to be perfect. I don't believe it is. I really don't. But is it worth it? I'm the reader, and I always tell the truth, regardless of whether it's good, bad, or ugly. Yeah, it is worth it. This is somebody from your past. It could be a soulmate. It could be a twin flame. It could be a past life connection. This is someone whom you've been wanting to be with for a long time, for some of you. So is it worth it to finally get the person that you've been wanting to have your life that you can spend with? Of course it's worth it, but it's not going to be picture perfect in the beginning, and a lot of things are going to have hiccups. And with the Nine of Wands along with the Ten of Wands, that is a heavy load. But knowing that the Ten of Wands is, you can't get any worse than that. You can't. It's like that saying, you can't go anywhere but up from here, you know? So that's the same. But in the beginning, is it going to be rough? Oh yeah, it's going to be rough. There's going to be a lot of hurt feelings from the side, I think, their side. I don't think you have people on your side that would feel some kind of way about you being with this person, since you love that person. I don't really see that anybody on your side would be telling you or warning you or telling you shouldn't be doing this, that, or the other with this person. I really feel that that Five of Cups is coming from their side. Perhaps people that didn't want them to be with you all along, or have been cautioning them all along against being with you, or have been telling them that you're not good enough for them, or you're not the one for them. Who knows, right? I mean, because we're all Libras, and I'm reading for all the Libras that happen upon this particular video or live stream. So it could literally be any one of those things, or quite frankly, all of those things, because people have a bad habit of sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. So what am I going to do? I'm going to give you a litany of what I mean by that. Parents can tell you they don't like the person that you're going to marry or that you're going to be with. Why? Because it's not their fucking choice. And guess what? They don't have a right to say who you should be with. Why? Because they already lived their fucking life. They were already married. They already chose who they were going to be with, regardless of whether it worked or didn't work, whether it was arranged or not. They've already lived their life. So they don't have a right to tell you how to live yours. You were their child, and you will always be, quote unquote, their child, but you're not a child. And so you have a right, therefore, to make your own damn decisions as a mature adult. You don't have
Take the exit.
You don't have to ask permission from your parents as to whom you should be with and not be with. And moreover, how much does a parent love you if they prefer that you stay married to someone that makes your family look good, but is horrible to you? How dare they want that? They don't love you enough to want you to be happy. That's what I have to say to that. And as far as siblings are concerned, they don't have a right
Use the right two lanes to keep right onto New
force you
Hampshire
to
Route
stay with
102
anybody
west toward
either, or
Londonderry.
not to be somebody because they don't like them. They're not going to be fucking them. They're not going to be sleeping in bed with them. They're not going to be there when you are sick. That person you want to be with and spend the rest of your life with is the person that's going to be by your side, taking care of you, and vice versa. So I don't believe that they have a right to stick their nose where it doesn't belong. Let's go to friends. Friends are normally very jealous of anybody you're going to be with because it's not them. So how dare you be happy? What about them wanting to be happy? What about them wanting to have a happily ever after? Oh no, they're not going to want you to have that. One person that can fulfill you, how dare you? How dare you? One person that in bed gets you,
In
you
half
know,
a mile,
gets you.
turn right onto Gilchrist Road.
How dare you? How dare you have someone that fulfills you in the love
In half a
department
mile, turn
romantically?
left onto Londonderry Road.
How dare you have someone that you want to spend your life with that sexually, it's gratified. It's mutual gratification. How dare you be content? How dare you have joy in your life? How dare you finally find peace? How dare you? How dare you be blissfully happy? How dare you? So, none of the above. They have a right to love you. They have a right to want the best for you. They have the right to want you to be happy and want you to be healthy and want you to have someone in your life that treats you well. But they don't have a right to dictate to you whoever it is that you choose. No. You're not 15 years old. You're not 18 years old. You're a grown fucking man or woman. Grow a pair and tell these people how far they can go. And usually that's to hell.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Don't let people tell you and dictate to you who you can be with and who can't. Like, let's say I'm going to use me as an example again. I'm using myself as an example because I always have to, because in this way, if I use myself as an example, I'm using a real person and you can better understand. So I'm gonna use myself as an example, okay? So the Bible says, for instance, in a portion of the Bible, for instance, it says that anybody that marries me is committing adultery, okay? Committing a sin. Unless my husband is dead. Well, guess what? My husband is dead. So who gives a shit? Next, what else you want? What else does your family want to tell me about committing a sin? He's dead. What do you want me to do? Go dig him up? And I mean no disrespect, even though he was a son of a bitch and was a abuser physically and everything else in between. Do you want me to go dig him up to satisfy people? I mean, it's just ridiculous. The things that your family or that friends or whatever, whomever. I mean, in some instances, even neighbors get involved. What the F is that? Even neighbors will get involved because they're in a village and because they know the parents and, oh my God, and they don't want all the villagers to know that you're divorcing. What the F? Are we living in caveman days? I don't mean any disrespect to people that have, old traditions and shit, but Really? I mean, there's castes, you know, different classes, people. So I can't marry you because you're in a different class or caste? Didn't we do away with that in the 60s? Isn't that why we marched with, you know, isn't that part of why Martin Luther King started all of this? So that we can be with whoever, free love, we can be with whoever we want to be with? Didn't we do away with ostracizing people and segregation? Call me crazy, but I see some black folks running around with white folks making babies because they're married to them. Is that not allowed? Is that what you're telling me? Crosswatch? Motherfucker, I can't stand this shit. I cannot stand people that live in an antiquated type of situation where they don't want those traditions broken. Well, why don't we just live like the Rothschilds then? They don't want traditions broken either. Excuse my French, but they fuck each other. Cousins with brothers and brothers with sisters and sisters. Has been broken and the money stays within. So should we start living like the Rothschilds then? You know, come on, dude. I mean, I'm up to here with traditions that are nonsensical. I mean, they're just not. They're not commonsensical. I mean, obviously, God scattered people throughout the world. That does not mean that in 2024 we can't talk to those people. We can't interweave with those people. It's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous, but I digress. The King of Swords is now here. So, didn't we see the Queen of Swords earlier? Martha Plucker. I'm tired, so yeah, I'm cursing. It's not an excuse. It's just a fact. I'm tired. I'm cursing. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. They are a true pair. Libra Collective, you are a true pair with your cross watcher. You are a true pair. And some of you may be your cross watcher, your ex, whatever you want to call them, is possibly an air sign like you, or possibly has Libra in their chart. But yeah, you guys are a match, and I keep telling you guys that you're a match. Now we have, we already had the Libra Queen. Remember? We already had the Libra Queen. In case you're wondering, I do have two decks mixed in. That's the way I situated this deck a long time ago. So you have the Queen of Cups coming out with the Seven of Coins, with the Queen of Coins, with the Queen of Coins. This happened earlier. No, didn't happen earlier. I lie. It happened yesterday in yesterday's reading. Sometimes my days are bleeding into each other, so forgive me. Like I said, I'm tired. So you have two pairs. Now you have the King and Queen of Coins, and you have the King and Queen of Swords. But that one's going bye-bye. That relationship is going bye-bye, going night-night. It's going night-night. You're out of here. You're out. For sure. So the King and Queen of Coins, that relationship is finito. They used to be a pair. I don't know. Maybe they used to get along. I don't know. Maybe for a season they got along. I don't know. For sure they were married, because this is a divorce, motherfuckers. Two of Swords, death card. Six of Swords, divorce. Things that make you go, So the real pair, and I'm glad that it clarified itself, so I don't have to try to, because I am tired. But, let me see, let me turn this off, because my goodness, I was like, why am I so hot? I forgot I had the heater on to defrost the freaking windshield. Oh my God. Okay, so Jesus, I don't know. Something happened that turned that relationship extremely sour, or column B, or all of the above. It was never meant to be, and sooner or later it was going to die. It was doomed to die, and it's dying. It's not because I want it. Like I always say, I'm a tarot reader, yes, but I shuffle the cards, and whatever comes out in the cards is between you guys and spirit. So if y'all don't like that is dying, then take it up with spirit, because all I do is interpret. So pair, the real pair at present, the King and Queen of Swords. No longer the King of Coins with the Queen of Coins. It's just not. There is a brand spanking new beginning that wants to take place with the Ace of Swords. Holy shit. I was just about to say cutting through the bullshit, because that's what this particular ace does. The Ace of Swords. You take the sword and you cut through anything that is not kosher, anything that is a bunch of baloney and malarkey. Well, you're not only doing it once, but so you have two Aces of Swords that came out simultaneously, one after the other. Holy shit. Someone has something to say, and it's not going to rub people the right way. And a matter of fact, there's going to be some hurt feelings with that Five of Cups. Ooh, and that Five of Cups is about to turn into the... I wouldn't want to be there. Well, actually, maybe. I possibly would like to be a fly on the wall, you know? But, so it went from the Five of Cups, which is somebody has hurt feelings, there's some heartache going on there. Remember, the Five of Cups is two are still standing and are spilled over. So it's my belief that this person, although I hate to say this because it hurts as the Libra Collective to hear this, it looks like there is some kind of, if you can call it love, there's still some kind of lingering feelings. There's some lingering feelings because it's the five. It's the five. So some kind of lingering feelings are there. Okay? But there's too much hate and animosity to repair this. And that's going towards divorce. And then here we have some more backbiting. Hey, you didn't like that enough? Well, let me give you some more. Here's a Five of Wands in case it didn't, all the fighting from before didn't affect you enough. Let me call you some more names. Let me come in here and make some more sassy remarks and, I don't know, compare you to dirt. Yeah, there's nothing but fighting going on. That is why it's heading to the divorce. It's my speculation, due to all the cards that I've seen through the last 5 months to 6 months, that I call it my duct tape kind of marriage. Let's get some duct tape. We're about to get a divorce. Let's put some duct tape on it. It'll last us a little bit more. Oh, the duct tape is falling off. Well, let me put some Bondo, and then we'll put the duct tape over the Bondo type of situation. So this relationship was already doomed. It would walk away, or possibly both parties did not want to walk away, because in somebody's opinion, and it looks like the cross watcher, which I'm not liking, but it looks like the cross watcher still has feelings for that wife or husband. But if I have to be honest, those feelings are residue. And that's, I think, where the hang up is with this Libra. Because, this Libra cross watcher, excuse me. And the reason is because they're not able to differentiate just yet between residue, meaning I love you, but I'm not in love with you, and I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you, but I hate your fucking guts, to the other side of I'm still in love with you. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's divorce time. Stop confusing, cross watcher. Stop confusing yourself between love, if you're still in love with that person, and what is residual. Maybe they're the mother or father of your children. So of course there's going to be love there. You're always going to have a special love. I can't stand the father of my children, but he did father my children. So he, along with him, provided me my children, which I love and adore. So part of you is always going to have a small smidgen of love in your heart for them. That's natural. But to say, I'm still in love with this person, I can't leave. No, you're not. When the respect is gone, when there's nothing but hatred, when the gloves are off and you're calling each other every name in the book and threatening to tell the other person's private issues or private things that they've done, there is no love there. I'm sorry. That is manipulation at its best. So, yeah, the cross watcher believes this was supposed to be a forever love. Instead, the Eight of Cups is a walking away. And they're very disenchanted with that relationship with the Four of Cups. Thinking of strategies with the Seven of Wands as to how to disengage. Seven of Swords without, I'm sorry, did I say the Seven of Swords? Why did I say the Seven of Swords? This is the Knight of Swords. For me, they're scouting around how they can get out of the relationship, because I did say the Seven of Swords. So it must have reminded me of the energy of the Seven of Swords, which is, how do I get away with murder? Their family. Whoever is surrounding the cross watcher, their family. And how the family is going to take the Three of Swords. The divorce. Remember, the Three of Swords is tears, separation, endings. They're going to have to tell people, with the Ace of Wands there, they're going to have to talk about the divorce. Talking to someone who is a Queen of Wands. Perhaps talking to someone who is a King of Cups. And it's possibly talking about finances as well, because that looks like either career or a company. Something that is together, building together. But also, if I'm not mistaken, the cross watcher is getting ready to say, my career is making me move. My career is asking me to move. And they're not coming. She's not coming. He's not coming. So they're going to use that as an excuse that they're not living together and they're going towards a divorce. So it's better that they separate and they go their separate ways. I have to stay because of my job or go wherever because of my job, but they're not coming with me. At least that's what I'm seeing so far, guys. There's a new beginning with your Three of Coins there. Towards another Eight of Cups. That is not the same Eight of Cups. Is not the same Eight of Cups. This one is going towards someone who is like their best friend. The cross watcher's best friend. King. That's a King of Wands. Talking about a possible child or teenager with the Knight of Wands, and how monies are going to have to be given there. The possible child support. Yep, it's family related. Family money with the Eight of Coins. There is love and a possible marriage. But that marriage is in deep doo-doo. Deep trouble. Ricola. Deep trouble. There was a new beginning that was wanted once upon a time with the Three of Cups. There was a new beginning that was wanted and was At least that's what he's telling or she's telling the family. There was a new beginning. There was a reconciliation that was anticipated this time around, like it's always been. It's not happening. Instead, we're going forward to a separation and a final divorce. For some of them, I have to tell you, for some of these cross watchers, they've had those papers in their possession for quite a while, because once upon a time they started the divorce and then reneged and went back to the person. But I don't believe that those papers were ever torn up or was ever not kept, that they were voided. So I believe that their lawyer perhaps had those documents as if it was a business deal. No, that's not enough money. So then the cross watcher would come back with another offer. No, that's not enough money. So last week, the karmic that they're married to showed their true colors, showed their hand. How much could you put in my hand? When I'm satisfied and you have filled my palms with enough green stuff and possibly gold, silver, diamonds, a company, then I'll go away. But I'm not going away until then. You cannot have your freedom unless I'm satisfied. It's like, the man that comes to the dinner table and it's gluttony. He just keeps eating and drinking and eating, and then big old fat stomach, and they can't get off the table, the chair from the table, the dining table, because you'd have to roll them out. There's fat. Well, that's the way this karmic is being towards the money, the finances. There is a new love that is in the background. But meanwhile, this one is telling me this love that maybe at one time the cross watcher thought it was a big love of their life. Again, they're responding in turn with the Three of Swords, because we've already seen the Three of Swords. But now it's like, where I once loved you, now I loathe you, and you disgust me. You disgust me. So something is got more or less a time frame to it. So now we do see the actual Seven of Swords. I'm telling you, it's almost like, have you ever gotten in a car accident and they don't want to settle? Or, for example, if you've ever had an apparatus put into you during surgery and it became defective, and then you're waiting for the company that made it to pay you, and they can drag you through court for years and make your life miserable so that you won't want to pursue it anymore. Well, this biatch, I did say biatch, is trying to go back and forth to tire the cross watcher out, because again, they're not going to accept the finances. They're not going to accept it, because if truth be known, what the karmic wants most of all is ruin of reputation. So I'm going to tell all your secrets. I'm going to tell all your dirty pillow talk secrets that I know about you, and I want you to be penniless. I want you to not have anything when you walk away from me. I go with the Two of Cups yet again. So who's the Two of Cups? Still, this does not rich. Again, ends up in the Nine of Swords. So I think that one of two things are going to happen. Either the cross watcher gets tired and settles for whatever this biatch wants so that they can move on with their life, or that's going to continue. And that's why I was seeing earlier when we first started the reading that you're going to have patience, because it's going to take a while. See what I mean? See what I mean? You have nine of coins. Oh, I want the whole nine. It's not going with me. It's not going with you. You get your freedom. but the money goes with me. What a fucking bitch. Man. You know, a patient earlier, because I work with people that are not right, if you know what I mean. And all of us were called the C word. We were all C-U-N-T to them. And that's what I'm thinking right now. What a cunt. She's a cunt. I wouldn't want to be married to her. Mother plucker. 5 of Wands. So again, stressing out. Poor cross watcher pulling their hair out. Wringing their hands. Not being able to sleep. What the hell do I do? This bitch won't let me go. Going back again to thinking overtime. My God. I wouldn't have any hair left if I had a fucking wife like that. 10 of coins. Who is settling for the 10 of coins? Knight of coins. Slow burn. 8 of coins. Fuckery. 7 of swords. And the King of Cups. What is the King of Cups trying to do? Trying to talk sense to the family. Hey, I'm trying to be fair. And remember, don't forget, least you forget, some of these male cross watchers, are currently raising a child that is not theirs, meaning they did not father that child. It's not their seed. Now, again, please understand where I'm coming from as a tarot reader. The child has no fault in this, okay? So please don't expect, at least I'd hope you wouldn't expect, that cross watcher who are males would divorce the child. Now, they can possibly be shocked, and they can possibly not want to support that or have anything to do with that child anymore out of embarrassment, hurt, etc. But at the same time, there's going to be some cross watchers that are going to still want to be a father to that child because they've raised the child. So in essence, even being a step parent, that's still your child, and vice versa, that you're the only dad they've ever known, even if they get introduced to their biological dad. So you're going to have a lot of patience with that as well. But back to what I was saying is, in reference to the money, the cross watcher is literally bringing in family members and saying, look, I'm trying to kind of split it down the middle to where she or he is going to walk away with a great deal of money here. But I can't just not have any money. This is what she wants or he wants, to see me in poverty. I have to live too. I have to have somewhere to live. I have to have, shelter, etc. So I'm willing to go, instead of 50-50, they take 40, I take, 60. I'm the breadwinner, and I think I'm being, more than decent to this person so that we can finally have an agreement. I need your help. Please talk some sense into this person for me. That's what I'm hearing anyway, guys. And then I see a moving. Might be a house move. Yep. The proceeds of a house that need to get sold, because here we have the money. The 10 of coins comes back from a house. Something that nobody wants. Okay? I know that. When you purchase a home, you don't want to sell your home. You're partial to your home, fell in love with your home when you bought it, etc. But that might be what happens is this house may need to get sold. Or for some, they may be losing this house because in times past, I've seen where the karmic has been a money spender. Okay? Never satisfied. Always wanting to have everything new all the time. Keeping up with the Joneses. Here we have the 9 of Cups. We're getting closer to the end here of this story. We have the 7 of Wands. Again, the 3 of Cups. With a beautiful 10 of Cups. So this story can have a happy ending. Here we have the King of Swords yet again. needing a lot of rest. The King of Swords needs a lot of rest. So the King, Libra King, air sign King, needs rest from this Queen or from the situation. Now I see two Queens. I see the Queen of Wands along with the Queen of Coins yet again, with a lot of strife, a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreements, a lot of backbiting. And it could even be where you have siblings, cross watcher, and your siblings are hearing all the malarkey. Four of Wands for this King of Coins to match that Queen of Coins, and this King of Wands to match the Queen of Wands. So we, all the way around, we have the ideal pair. Again, with the Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands, which is a beautiful card of beginnings. But this person, in this instance, is saying, I definitely need to go to calmer waters now. I can't handle it anymore. I need to go to a better place in life, to a new experience. So we have the Ace of Cups. Again, parting ways. I'm sorry to part ways. Seven of Cups. This person, this cross watcher, thinks and thinks and thinks about the future. Thinks a lot. I mean, mine is overthinking. Wants this new beginning so badly, but still up in the air. Nothing is set in concrete yet. They want their Ten of Cups twice. Twice they've mentioned it. They want their Ten of Cups. They want their complete happiness. They want to be able to offer their heart. See that letter? They want to be able to offer their heart. They want to be able to start with the Four of Cups, a new beginning. They want their family to know that they just want to be happy, man. They're sad because they feel, this is the saddest part for me. This is the saddest part. This cross watcher is coming with the Five of Coins. Remember, they used to have the Ten of Coins, which is a complete financial completeness, whole, healthy, right? Healthy finances. But now they're coming with less finances. And I'm going to go old school for a minute. I know that people that were born even up to the 90s, for a man, my mom used to say, for a man, that it's bad enough for a woman. And again, I'm very traditional, believe it or not, the way I grew up. And my mom used to say, it's bad enough for a woman not to have a dime or a nickel to rub together in their pocket, but it's even worse for a man to feel like he has little to nothing in his pocket. As a provider, traditionally, men have been providers traditionally. So if they worked very hard for their monies in the past and then have to walk away and have half or that they had to offer to a karmic in order to separate, in order to gain their freedom, they're going to feel mighty bad about having to approach their new love, Libra Collective, and feel like they don't have enough. But here's the thing, and I know that I'm speaking for a lot of Libras, and I know I don't have a right to speak for every single Libra out there, but I think that as the tarot reader, and especially for my channel, the lovely people who grace my channel, I don't think they're money hungry. I don't think they're looking at the cross watch, their exes that have been in their life that possibly want to come back into their life and finally make some kind of concrete offer towards them. I don't think the cross watcher has to worry about that they don't have enough financially to offer, or that they don't have a whole shit ton of money. Because in the words of Shania Twain, that don't impress me much. I don't know, call me crazy, but I grew up with scruples and morals, and my mother and my grandmother would always say that where one person can eat, two can eat. Be poor, but in love. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this too shall pass. The greatest gift, as per God, is love. So where there is love, there's growth potential. Because when things are in harmony with each other and the people are in harmony with each other, they're each other's backbone. They're each other's shoulder. They're each other's strength. So you can't go anywhere but up, buddy. You can't remain impoverished just because some crazy karmic, you know, was with you all along for what they could have. Because if you're asking me, didn't they see it coming a mile away? Of course, they knew that it was only a matter of time. They didn't think that they were going to be married forever. Not really. They may have thought it on this side of their left brain, but their right brain was always telling them there was a what if. What if I'm forced to walk away from this marriage? What if they walk away from me and want a divorce? So that what if was always there. So the numbers that are going back and forth, no, that's not enough. What about this? No, that's still not enough. What about this? No, I'm still not satisfied. That's the right brain that always thought, if I walk away, I'm be rich, bitch. So then how much was the love worth? Because again, I'm saying, Libra, when you are approached, male or woman, female, feminine, masculine Libra, I don't care. If you're approached by someone that is willing to let go of that relationship, to be with you the right way, do they have to come as the king or queen of Sheba, as King Solomon with all the wealth? Or do they get to come to you with pure love and good intentions, and let's grow the wealth together? See, because when you're with the wrong person, it doesn't matter how much money you have. There's not enough love to keep you together, and you're miserable. You're always fighting. You're always bickering. And the majority of the time, it's in reference to money anyway, that you're fighting and bickering about. Okay? And when you're in love with one another, there's more understanding and there's peace. And it's like, okay, we don't have the money for this, but if we wait, we can have the money for this. Let's just do it the wise way. And people that cooperate with one another can get there faster. So all along, that has been the least of the issues that I have seen in the Libra collective readings, is the money not coming with the cross watcher necessarily. Okay? Because where there's healing, everything grows. Everything is in unison. Everything is like a symphony. You know, you can't play the instruments without the conductor, etc. Right? Because can you imagine everybody trying to start at the same time and not having the same cue? They'd sound crazy, right? But together, when you work together and you're in unison, everything goes better. So that's been the least of it. The biggest issue has been the cross watcher wanting to be Libra, but not having enough courage, which you already heard my explicitives earlier, because I'm tired and it blows my mind in a negative way when you can't seem to have enough courage. You know, we're not in the Wizard of Oz. You're not the Cowardly Lion, and you're not going to get a little heart pinned to your shirt to prove you have a heart. You have to have courage under fire, if you want to call it that. Courage to stand up. The earlier reading from yesterday, because I keep thinking it's today, it was yesterday, it was showing that this cross watcher is deadly afraid of this fucking karmic. And I have to stop and think to myself, is it because they're crazy? Literally insane. I mean it. That they might have a mental health disorder that's out of control because they don't take medicine. Or Are they into psychological warfare? I will fuck up your world if you leave me. Everything I know about you, I will fuck up your world if you leave me. Who the fuck cares? Again, we live in 2024. Who gives a fuck if you have a freak flag you fly like I tell you on purpose? You're wearing my panties. Why are you wearing my panties? Those are my best panties. You better put them back. Wash them first. I don't give a good goddamn. We live in a time and place nowadays that whatever was taboo a long time ago, a lot of it is not taboo anymore. So what you gonna tell people about me again? Fuck, half of what you're saying may be true. Half of it's not gonna be true. Let them figure out, if they can, which part is true, because you're cray cray anyway. Who's gonna believe you? You don't even take your medicine. So I wouldn't be afraid of the karmic. I'd be afraid to stay with karmic, because one bitch in particular, she's gonna kill you in your sleep. That's why I keep doing that. See, I'm about to kill you. Take a knife and cut your throat. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Again, this channel is not for 18 and under. Go away. So, would you rather walk away with your sanity, because you're losing your hair, you're losing your marbles, you might be losing weight, you might be physically ill already, and I mean physically ill to have to go to a doctor, ulcers or something else. You want to stay with that kind of person? By all means, if you work together with your Libra collective, if you work with your Libra, let them lend you their strength. Sometimes two heads are better than one, but you got to open up, cross watcher. You can't just keep on talking bullshit. Oh, yeah? Oh. So what are you up to? What the fuck does that have to do with the price of beans, man? Tell the Libra what you're going through. Tell the Libra what you want with them or don't want with them. Just get it out on the table. Lay your cards out. And if you guys can come together, great. And if you can't, like I keep saying, keep it moving. Stay with your crazy karmic and leave the cross watcher. I'm sorry. Leave the Libra alone. But it does look like, Libra, that they're going to come towards you with an offer. It's just going to take a minute. And again, the true king and queen of this reading has been the Libra king and queen of swords. And you do have a very beautiful new beginning that you can have with this person. They just need to grow a pair and actually move forward, because you can't do all the work, Libra. You've been doing all the work in the past and it didn't work, did it? It didn't work. You know, one thing that I did learn from I don't know if some of y'all got to watch when I was doing the prayers and everything, and I was saying that I did all the work so you didn't have to. From last October through December, I watched every podcast known to man that was, you know, people that are famous nowadays for life coaching, and they have their podcasts. And I mean, I just went off and did a litany of a list of people that I was watching through those 2 months. Was nothing but me watching podcasts. And I do that so you don't have to do the hard work. You don't have to. But I can tell you that things can be figured out pretty easily when you stop and you think about how hard you make your life. How many months has this cross watcher been wanting to leave the crazy karmic but doesn't leave because they didn't want to lose money? Well, guess what? Dun, dun, dun. We're fast forwarding it. You're still going to lose the money. Not lose it, but you're still going to have to compart some of the money with this cross-watcher karmic person. So you did all that work for what? You held on all that time for what? So they wouldn't touch. And who gives a fuck? You're still having to give them the money because they're not going to wait or let you walk away until you do so. So in essence, you shot your foot for what? Now you're limping around. You got a hole in your foot. You did that, self-mutilated, for what? You're still with them, and they're still going to get the money, and they still might tell you secrets. Your dirty little secrets. Who gives a fuck? Be a freak if you're a freak. Who gives a fuck? You want to wear a dress? You don't want to wear a dress. Cool beans. You like to do taboo shit? Who gives a fuck nowadays? I sound like Tyler's Tarot right now with my who gives a fuck. But I'm serious. Who gives a fuck? You want to be with somebody that's not your race? Who gives a fuck? You want to be with somebody who's not your culture? Who gives a fuck? You want to be with someone that's the same sex? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? I mean, that's the most boring subjects that you can come up with in this day and age, where people are doing a lot crazier shit than wanting to marry outside of their race or their class. So, next. Stupid. Anyway, guys, it does look like the cross watcher's coming. It does look like they do have love to offer you, but they may not have money to offer you, which may make them feel a little dampered. Like, it may make them feel sad. And so, we can't diminish that. If you work hard for what you have, of course it's going to make you feel sad if you don't have that. But to think that you're never going to have it again, or even more than you had before, that's sad too, to think like that. Don't limit God as how they want to bless you. If God wants to bless you with more, I guarantee you, God is going to find a way to bless you with more. Your job is to believe. Your job is to hold faith. Your job is to hold space where He can bless you. Where He can bless you. You are the one that's limiting yourself to this or this when God wants to give you everything. Because you don't understand, you're stopping your own flow of finances when you're constantly fighting with your significant other about money and about everything else under the sun. So again, they are coming back, Libra. Your decision, your choice, free will. But if you could find a way to talk to your cross watcher, if they do come back, and tell them, listen, Linda, finally decide to sit down, let me in, tell me what's really going on if you actually do want to be with me. Because I need to understand all of this in order for me to help and for me to be at ease, for me to feel that this is going in the right direction for us this time. But you can't keep on trying to get a relationship off the ground, and you don't know if you both feel the same way. You don't know how they feel because they won't talk to you. They don't know how you feel because they won't let you talk. They don't even know if at some point they could literally be helped by your wisdom, by your courage, by your foresight. Okay? So again, my last ditch effort for today to salvage a relationship between you and the cross watcher, Libra, y'all have to sit down and actually talk to each other about things that matter, and not, hey, what are you up to? What the fuck? What do you mean, what am I up to? What do you think? I'm digging a tunnel to China, make sure I get the fucking black tea, all the tea in China? What do you really want to say? Talk to me in depth. Don't talk to me like hi, I'm Tiffany, and I'll be your cocktail waitress today. What can I get for you? My name is not Tiffany. I'm not a cocktail waitress. No. So take each other serious. Find a meeting ground. Find a commonality there. And talk to each other, not at each other. And don't let them talk nonsense. We're used to living. You want to meet with me? Tell me you want to meet with me. You want to speak to me? You have something to say? Tell me you want to talk to me. For Pete's sakes, it's an adult relationship. Act that way. So Libra, I've talked my ass off for an hour and 46 minutes. I'm tired and I gotta go to sleep now. But please know that I do care about you as a Libra collective, and I would never steer you wrong. And if you decide, hey, I'm not taking that person back, they had their chance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and I don't want you. That's your right. That is your free will. I'm only here as the tarot reader, the oracle, the messenger. Okay? Spirit is the one that wants us to know. Why? Because obviously they feel that it's important for you. If this is a real love, which it just shows that there's a lot of love between you both, and this is meant to be, and if it can be, then may it be blessed, is all I can say. If the cross watcher comes back and actually makes some kind of sense in conversation and doesn't just talk a bunch of bullshit and just want to get in your pants, then I say, listen. If you really love the person, listen to them and then talk. But make sure that they're not talking about crazy shit that doesn't even matter. Crazy shit that doesn't even matter. Okay? What matters is real basic everyday life. And if you can't get on board with them or them with you about everyday life, and they're still keeping it light and breezy, I'm just talking to you like, I don't know, you're somebody at a gas station. Hey, the weather is pretty nice today. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm going to do some hunting. Yeah, okay. Well, that sounds good. Fuck, who cares? Who cares? I'm not going to see that person at the gas station again. So I can talk all kinds of, I can tell them that I have $1 million in the bank or that I'm a king or queen. They're not going to know. Are they go to that country and check? No. You know what I mean? People can be bullshitted all the time. So talk to each other. And I keep telling y'all this, and I'll continue. Grow to learn one another. If you don't know this person, but you love them, there has to be a reason why you love them. Now start to get to know them. Why do you love them? Oh, because they're handsome. Oh, she's cute. All right. What else is there to them besides the peach and the wand? Talk to each other. Some of these relationships can be salvaged because I see it in the cards. But they have to also feel comfort level, pursue the divorce because they're already afraid. So if they're too afraid to pursue the divorce and don't think they have a chance with you, they may not get a divorce after all, just because they're scared shitless. You have to understand, some of these folks, that's the only relationship they've ever known as an adult. Okay? That's the only person they've ever known as a marriage. So if they're wanting to leave that, they're wanting to know that you're a good person and that you have their back. And it doesn't have to be their back financially or for crazy shit, but can they rely on you? Can they get to know you? Is that something you want too? But again, I'm only saying this over and over again. The cross watcher, which I hope a lot of you cross watchers are watching, you have to do the work to get to know the Libra, to really walk the walk and talk the talk, and not just talk bullshit that you think Libra wants to hear. Okay? I've given you all a lot of food for thought. This is going on 2 hours of talking. I gotta go now because all good girls have to go to sleep sometime, and that's me. Until we meet each other again on the channel of ours, thank you that it's growing. It's growing organically. It might be a slow, process, but it is growing. Thank you so much for viewing me. I pray that I help you in some way, shape, or form to actually make educated decisions for yourself. That is going to be for your growth.